Thank you, Madam President. Let me express my immense gratitude to Leader Andre Stewart-Cousins for allowing us to pass this incredibly important bill that raises the lower age of juvenile responsibility from 7 to 12. And for those who are watching and listening, yes, currently in statute in New York State, if you are 7 years old, you can be arrested. You can be handcuffed. You can be processed if you are 7 years old. Madam President, I often speak about my daughters because that is the greatest frame of reference that I have in this universe. And my daughter will be 7 in September. One, for her to be arrested would be traumatic to me, but imagine the trauma that it would take place on a 7-year-old who doesn't understand the gravity of what they do on a daily basis, much less understanding the concept of being arrested at 7. We dig deeper about, and we speak about mental health. And we speak about so many critical, important things about our young people and how they're our future. Well, we should act like it. And what we've done in this House, in the Assembly, in this legislature in New York, we've raised the age of criminal responsibility a couple years ago. And because the science said that's what we needed to do. Because young folks don't necessarily understand the gravity of what it is that they do at 16 or 17, especially not 7. So I want to thank the leader for allowing us to bring us to the floor. I want to thank Tamara Frazier, our staff analyst, who has done incredible work in this space and in terms of helping us negotiate and craft the bill. So I really wanted to thank her. The amazing advocates who have brought this, and they brought us the experiences of young people who have been incarcerated and arrested. And I want to thank Chair Brisport here and Chair Hevesy in the Assembly for making this a priority there. But I really want to thank the OG, as it were, of juvenile justice, and that's Velma Montgomery. The great Velma Montgomery, who was fighting for juvenile justice and raise the age before it became a hashtag, before it became popular, before it became something that we spoke about. It was Velma Montgomery who brought this to the consciousness of New York State. And as she departed New York State, the New York State Senate, she sent me a letter last year, and she asked me to pick this bill up. And she said, I hope that you can pass this, Senator Bailey. And one of the things that we know, regardless of political affiliation, if Velma Montgomery tells you to do something, you better try your damnness to get it done. Because Velma commands that much respect, because she was always fighting for the right things to do. And so I stand on the shoulders of a giant. And Senator Montgomery, I am hoping that I'm making you proud by passing this legislation, amongst other pieces of legislation that you have asked us to move this year. I am grateful to have had a mentor in you to impress upon me how important the reformation of the juvenile justice system is, and not just the criminal legal system, that they work hand in hand. Making sure that young folks can finally get these community-based services that will actually help to rehabilitate them in the event that they have committed wrongdoing, will permit them to have a chance to move forward in their lives. The goal of any incarceration should be rehabilitation. But the reality is that when you're 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, to incarcerate individuals for, again, with things that they don't fully understand and grasp the gravity of, was something wrong that we were doing in the state. I'm incredibly proud to be a part of a body who is making steps in an extremely affirmative manner to make sure that the justice system is fair for everyone, regardless of age. I thank all my colleagues for their strong support of this legislation, and I will proudly be voting in the affirmative on this legislation. Thank you, Madam President.